morning, everybody. Welcome to an unprofessional makeup tutorial. I'm Caroline Baudino. I am a mom of two, and I am here to motivate you to look your best, feel your best, and do your best. So today, this morning, you guys, I'm going to do a nice light makeup, something I just kind of do every single day. I just want to remind you always, this is never a judgment or to make you feel bad. This is always just some inspo, some motivation, just to remind you how important you are too. And just to remind you that when you look in the mirror, that reflection that you see directly affects how you feel, and how you feel directly affects what you go do with it out in the world. So for me, when I look good, I usually look in the mirror and kind of think, damn, okay, you look good, you start to feel good, and then you walk out that door and usually you're in a better mood and start to do good, and usually are happier, smiling, more positive, because again, that reflection usually says how you feel about yourself. So you guys, let's get started. I am personally somebody who loves to, put a cute little outfit on, put a little makeup on. I am not talking about having to do a full blown, black tie evening makeup. This is just about just enough to give you that pep in your step. You know what I mean? Just enough coverage where you feel confident, enough, that little bit that makes you ready to bump into anybody. Let's get started. So I love supporting women-owned businesses. I use the same products over and over again because I am highly allergic. So for me, I know if they're really clean or not. So these products, I kind of like, if it works, I stick to it because I'm personally terrified of having another allergic reaction. So I kind of use the same products over and over again. I personally don't like to sell you a bunch of things that I don't really use. So this is all the stuff I've been using for almost 2.5 years, starting with Honor MD. So you guys, today we were talking about having to just choose your happiness, that it is just a mental choice. And it's just something that we have to choose every single day, no matter what. It is just so easy to get bogged down with all our responsibilities, I got a phone call yesterday. My son broke his hand and now we can't play basketball. So we had to get him to the x-rays. Then we had to get my other son to his basketball game. I'm like, I don't know how parents do all this. Plus elderly parents calling that have a rash all over their body and they live in another state, and you've got to figure out how to get this impossible shot that they need across the country. You know what I mean? So we still have to find our happy in all of that craziness. So for me, taking this little bit of time where I can put, for me to snap me out of that stressed mood, this is like one of my happy tools. And I call them happy tools because for me, it's just like those things, those habits, those activities, those people, those words, that kind of motivate, that music, that book, whatever it is that motivates you, you know what I mean? That just puts you in that good headspace. For me, doing my makeup, listening to a little bit of music always puts me in a good headspace. So I know I'm like a little overwhelmed today. I got so much going on. My son's home sick. I'm just going to take this little bit of time for myself to make sure that my mental health is good and that I'm keeping myself a priority. Because when I feel good, I can kind of handle everything else. And I don't know about you guys, when I'm a mess and I'm disheveled, nothing gets done. I feel like a wreck. I don't feel as productive. I feel stressed out. And for me, not interested. I personally love feeling super motivated, ready for anything. So this suits me better. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start using some foundation. And guys, I usually kind of layer just to kind of make it, I know it seems counterintuitive, like you're going to layer to make it look natural, but I do just because I want a little bit of coverage, but I do like that tan look. So I kind of have to just go slow and steady all around so I get a nice, even, natural tan look. So I kind of start off with the base of it as close to my natural color as possible. So again, this is Monica Blender, Undercover, and a 4.25. So this just kind of gets it all over. I'm going to take, guys, this is midlife reality. I'm having a hot flash. It is so hot. I had to take my sweater off. Okay. All right. So I kind of put it all over the neck, There we go. Blend it all, your neck here, your bone, cheekbones, neck, ears, get it all over your eyes so it's nice, one even base. Okay, there we go. See, I don't know why we have normalized moms looking like shit. Personally, as a mom, I personally always want to look good. Like, I feel like I'm representing my kids, I'm representing my family, you know, like I personally would never want to walk around school or to show up anywhere. I always wanted my mom to look nice. Like when my mom was a little bit of a wreck, poor mom, when she was a little bit of a wreck or came kind of like a little disheveled, it's funny, it would bother me. I personally didn't like my mom not being ready. So it's really funny that I'm somebody who really appreciates that. I always appreciated my mom making that effort. I always wanted, it's funny, I would be embarrassed if my mom looked like shit or she was like in her PJs or her hair, you know what I mean? So it's really interesting. And it's funny because my sister actually liked her being a hot mess because I think my sister had, you know, a little bit more insecurities. So she actually liked her to be a hot mess. And it's funny, I always wanted her to look fabulous. So it just goes to show you guys. And so for me, it's really important for me to make that effort every day. Like when I show up to school, when I show up to any meeting, to show up to a girls' night, to a dinner, to anything, I always make a little bit of effort. So why wouldn't I do that, you know, when I'm representing my kids going to school or any day? I don't know why. I don't know why we need a special occasion to look fabulous. I really don't. I kind of think waking up and being alive is a special occasion. So I'm going to make the most of it every day because I know one day I'm going to miss doing all of this. I know my mom misses it so much because she has nowhere to go now and she would die to just put her makeup on and look fabulous. Okay, you guys, let me do a little bronzer. So I personally like a really nice bronzed look. That's my favorite. So I just always add that extra all around the neck. Get a nice big brush so you can kind of just blend it all in. And I like that sun-kissed look. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to start under eye a little bit. Get the eyes to pop. Okay, I always kind of follow the T-zone right here. Remember to lift. Okay, there we go. And then you're gonna just blend it out nice and easy. Remember to always scoop up, right? Bring your brush up. Okay. There we go. And I think sometimes you guys, moms don't like to get dressed up because I think they feel like they're gonna get judgment, you know, like fancy pants or, you know, like why you all dressed up just to go to school, or, you know, people are like, oh, but you're just a mom. I'm like, just a mom? What? I'm like, we are badass. I'm like, we're like therapists, taxi drivers, doctors, nurses, babysitters, chefs. I mean, we are insane how much we do. And I'm like, why wouldn't I want to look fabulous? Like, me looking like shit doesn't help that. You know what I mean? When I'm like overwhelmed and crazy, again, me looking in the mirror and not looking like my best self does not put me in a better mood. Like, it actually would probably put me in even a worse mood. So I'm kind of taking that aspect out because I don't need anything else to obsess on. And I don't know why people think moms can't look fabulous. You can look fabulous. You know, if you keep it simple and you do your little things every single day and you just keep adding on a little simple steps, it is easy. I get this done in 10, 15 minutes because, you know, again, everything that you practice daily over time, it becomes a routine, it becomes a habit, and it becomes easy. So you just have to make that effort for a couple of times, and then I promise you, you're going to have it down pat. So I personally love a good smoky eye. That's just like my favorite look. I don't really like lipstick. I like really nude lips. So for me, a good smoky eye is my favorite look. So I always start the eye with something on the paler side, some sort of a creamy color or a white, just to make the eye pop. And then I add little layers to that. Okay. So here I'm going to use the Tarte palette. I'm going to do kind of a reddish, like this kind of purpley pink. Let's try it. Okay, I'm going to start with a nice light base. Okay, don't forget, again, your face is a canvas, right? You know, just slow and steady, and you just add on. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in with this color right here. I'm going to go right in the crease to get that dimension in there. And then I'm going to come over here to the lash line. Okay, so you just kind of get that eyelid. You kind of keep blending like a semicircle, like a rainbow, back and forth. So it's nice and light. It's not too strong, not too heavy. There we go. Okay. There we go. A little more color just for fun. And this is why it's good to layer, guys, because you can always make it lighter for more daytime. I still like a good smoky eye for daytime because I don't care. But if it's not your thing and that's more nighttime, that's why it's good to just kind of layer. So you can just kind of add on. All right, now I'm going to use my eyeliner brush, and I'm going to use this darker color to contrast it for a little eyeliner. So I kind of go right to the corner and I make a little line there. See that? So I can get that little cat eye. Like that. Okay, and then I kind of just come over a little bit to the lashes, just to give it a little depth. Okay, and then I'm going to go underneath and just color in the lashes a little bit, again, just to give it a little dimension. So just cover the lids a little bit. See, really simple. And then underneath, I just kind of go over the lashes. Okay. Just to give it, again, just a little dimension and a little bit of that smoky eye effect. Okay, you got that. That's a good thing. If you smudge it, I want to make it a little thinner, that line, and all you have to do is just take your brush, clean it up. I'm going to just make one more line here. There we go. A little bit of a cat eye for fun. Okay, now, done. That's it. Just a little bit under the eye so it's nice and natural. And then we're going to use mascara to kind of just make it that pop. So I'm going to do quickly my eyebrows. I'm going to use my Fancy Face, my eyebrow gel. It's tinted just to give that pop. Remember, your eyebrows do contour your face. And remember, we want nice, big, powerful eyes. so nobody messes with us. Okay, there we go. Okay, see how it's so nice when you get that pop of the eyebrows. Okay, I always think it's worth coloring them in, whether it's with a pencil, a little powder, even just a brush up to kind of lift them is always worth it. But that's what's great about a, you know, a gel, tinted gel brow thing, because it actually does two jobs in one. Now I'm going to use a little mascara. I'm going to go ahead and use my Lash Rocket. I always use a black mascara just to give me that contrast. I start at the bottom, so when you lift your lids, you don't stain your upper lid with the mascara. Hold it close enough and just blink. You will get the illusion of a black liner under there, which is what I love. So it gives it even more contrast. And then I just kind of roll up to elongate those lashes. And then sometimes I'll just go over like just the tips like that and kind of just make sure they're nice and long. Then I'll go on the other side, blink, blink, hold and blink, hold and blink, and see how it creates that kind of black liner. It makes the white of your eyes look even brighter. Done. Okay, gives you that nice pop. Okay, now I'm going to do cheeks real quick. I'm going to use Fancy Face. It's kind of just rosy pink. And I use it right on the apples of the cheek, just to give you that kind of sun-kissed look. Just dab, dab, dab. I like to go over the nose, so it does kind of look sun-kissed and more natural. Around the neck, blend everything, the ears. I'm going to do a little contour at the end. It has a great rosy cheek color. I love it. Now I'm going to use their contour stick real quick. I just go right there, and then I blend to create that nice little contour. Blend. There we go. And then just blend it all around. Makes your cheeks pop even more. And then I'm gonna just use a little lip tint by Monica Blunder. I use the Fruling, so it's a really nice and natural color. So with smoky eyes, I like a nice natural eye. So for me, you guys, this is not crazy. This is not showing up to school and looking like, oh my God, what a diva. Like, what is she doing? To me, I'm in a cute tee. I'm in some cute jeans. I've got my jewels on. I have a little bit of makeup on. I've got a nude lip tint on. And I was like, and I feel amazing. And no, it didn't take that much effort. Didn't take that much time. It's actually pretty easy. And I just made myself a priority. I just had a minute to myself. I now can look in the mirror. I can tell myself how strong I am, how beautiful I am, how smart I am, how capable I am, and then I can do hard things. I can actually look myself in the mirror and actually say, I like what I see. So I'm going to take that and walk out the door with it. So you guys, I just want to remind you always to never forget about you. It's so easy. We get so caught up in life that we kind of think that running ourselves ragged is what's considered being a good mom. Like, you know, if you're a hot mess, that's how you're a good mom. And personally for me, you being happy is what makes you a good mom. You smiling and being positive is what makes you a good mom. You know, your kids being proud of the person that walks in that door is what makes you a good mom, right? So it's about you feeling good in your own skin, because that's what we're trying to emulate. And that's what we're trying to teach our kids, right? To feel good in their own skin and be proud of who they are, to look in the mirror and like what they see. So again, I'm rooting for you always. And I hope this helped you guys. So this is just my everyday makeup, super simple. I feel fab. I'm ready for the day. So look good, feel good, do good. I swear by it. I love you guys. Have the best day. Mwah. Talk soon.